Up, is that a car?
That is a car.
We have a car.
We do have a car.
We absolutely have a car.
Yeah.
That definitely looks like a car.
The days and now weeks since October 18th have been
miserable. And it's hard not knowing where your family member is, especially when they're sick and not good health.
Frankie Mills has gone nearly 2 months without seeing or hearing from her daughter, Annie Hampton. Police say she left in her car and hasn't been seen since.
The road comes right past the cemetery, the sheriff's department.
But it's what she left behind that concerns her family. Her wallet, money, and medicine are still at her home. And with few leads coming in, it makes the investigation that much harder.
"21 degrees this morning here in Marianna, Arkansas. We are on a new case looking for Annie Lee Hampton, 66 years old. She was last seen October 10th of 2019, reported missing October 17th of 2019. Now, Miss Annie, as they call her, and we know this because the local law enforcement stopped by this morning, incredible chief of police, as well as the detective, like they said, Miss Annie, oh yes, we know Miss Annie, we've never heard about you guys, and then it dawned on them, oh yeah, we saw you on the news last week as you guys were over in Waco, Texas, when we solved the Stephanie Torres. With this one, we don't have that many bodies of water to actually go searching in today. We're looking for a 2001 Pontiac Grand Prix, license plate number 342737. This right here, her home was over on the 400 block of, I want to say, Ann Circle and Street, not too far from here. And this is the closest body of river as you come past the cemetery, straight boat ramp. I don't yet know the depth, because as Doug and I were looking at this, like look at these trees right here, Doug. Yeah. You know, I'm guessing it's maybe only 3-4 feet, but we have that channel that's out there. And I don't want to say that, you know, hopefully we get lucky, but at the end of the day, we're hopeful that we find Annie right off the bat, because, you know, her family, Rosetta Lee, as well as her mother, Frankie Mills, you know, they've just been heartbroken. They don't know what happened to their sister, what happened to their mother. And we hope that today we're going to be able to bring those answers to them. The one thing that we're starting to notice with dementia patients, which I didn't mention that earlier, but you know, Miss Annie, she actually had dementia, she had seizures, she also had liver failure going on. So with this one, is this a case of, is it dementia that brought her down here, or was it her time that she acknowledged that this was her time? We don't have those answers. We really can't speculate one way or the other, but what we're gonna do today is really take those clues from our previous cases when we're dealing with something like that and really focus on, this is the closest boat ramp. If she's not here, then let's look at Bear Creek Reservoir. It's a little bit further than the 5-mile radius. With that one, it's gonna be 8.1 miles from her house. We also have right on the other side here, we have, you know, some retention ponds. That one's a little bit more difficult to get into. It's not a straight shot, so I'm kind of ruling that one out, but if we don't find her here, we're gonna jump to the retention ponds first, just since they're closer, and then we'll make our way down to Bear Creek Reservoir. So that's kind of our plan of events today on the way that we're gonna tackle this one, and fingers crossed, we do find Miss Annie today. 5 feet.
I'd be careful with that brush pile right there.
Yeah, see if I can go around here.
And is that what's underneath that brush pile right here? Is a car?
It could be. Oh yeah, we got plenty of depth out here.
13 feet. What is our saying? Never judge a river by its appearance. 12 feet right here.
All right, well, let's just run it down then. All right, well, now knowing that it's 12 feet here, I'm feeling confident that we just might find her in here. You know, the other thing about Miss Annie too is that she had her phone with her, so her phone was not located at the house, and her phone is now off. But her wallet and her medications and everything was at the house, so she didn't take any of that with her. And as Jacob was mentioning earlier, she was last seen in like a more like a full-on nightie type of a nightgown, pajama type of a outfit. Because these banks are so steep too, I'm running this river a little bit different. I'm really hitting the edge of these banks and then the center of it, rather than just doing one nice big swoop through here. Just in case the car got pushed up against a bank over here. All right, well, this one's clear. Let's head down to the reservoir.
Buddy.
Nothing in here.
Okay.
So we'll head down to the reservoir next, and then we'll come back and take a look at the retention ponds after that.
So we checked this entire area here. We did several different patterns because it actually gets down to 20 feet deep. We didn't think it was that deep when we got here, which goes to our theory is you never judge a river by its appearance. Chocolate milk, it looks, you can see this debris right here, about 25 feet out, sticking up. You think, oh, this is a really shallow river. It's not. It gets down to 20 feet deep. There's several different pockets and there's a lot of debris piles in there. So we had to take those debris piles and run different patterns across them to get different angles to rule them out. Because when a car does settle on the bottom of a river, it'll collect debris that's flowing with the current, and one tree will collect. Next, it'll just start collecting and become a debris pile. So just when you see a debris pile, don't rule it out. There could be a car under that debris pile. Anyways, we did that. We ruled out all the different coves. We went down really extremely far down the bend, probably about a quarter mile. So this location is ruled out. We're gonna hit the reservoir next.
So we have a couple of potential spots down here, Doug. Potentially off a little campground route here. Now remember, it was October. We're currently in January right now, and it's completely dead down here. So we need to search everything around this little peninsula here. Mm-hmm. There's a boat ramp over here that we'll go to. And then you also have everything off the dam right here as well. It's an earth dam is what we have on this one.
One thing that we were working with at the first location we just left was you come into town, that's the boat ramp that's most accessible, you know, quickest to get to. However, you got to go directly past the sheriff's department to get right. The sheriff's department's like right at the top of the hill. You have to go past it to get to that boat ramp. What we're working with at this location is definitely very, very secluded. You're going to be able to access this park, this boat ramp, and all these different little parking lots to get into the water for whatever reason out of the naked eye of the public.
600 feet, turn left.
And a lot of accidents, you know, I mean, just a straight up accident coming over this. You know, it doesn't have to be at the boat ramp. You know, that little peninsula that's over there, a lot of accidents just getting confused. Like, you know, like Nadine Moses. She ended up in a gravel pit area, went to go turn around, and ended up going into the river.
On the left.
And so we do have the potential for that over here as well for Miss Annie.
This is a river parkway right here. This is where it begins. So that road that the dump truck just went down goes along the entire river.
I think this would be a good one for Jacob to just put in and jump on with him and just
on the left.
scan all this real quick.
Yeah.
Hey Jacob, you want to put yours in? We'll just hop on with you and we'll scan the dam and then around this entire peninsula over here.
Yeah, his side scan works great. I mean, that's really all you need. I don't like his positioning of the down imaging and all of that, but side scan is one of the major forms of sonar that we rely on to do our searches. You know, at times we're scanning up to 120 feet in either directions in some of these searches. So it gives us a vast swath of vision of the bottom of the river. And Jacob's got one of the Hummingbird units that's really great for that. I get really good visual right here on the shoreline. This is the soil dam that we drove over, and it's picture perfect as you can see here. Look, like there's nothing here. I mean, you have this one.
That was that pump or whatever that was in the middle.
The big drain pump right here, and all of this is just smooth, nothing at all. So we'll take this all the way around the park line there, around the other parking lots and the road over there. And we're just gonna rule this whole entire area out. And this is a location that we typically wouldn't come to this quick in a search because it's a little bit outside of the scope of our standard search area in these cases. However, this is the only other boat ramp in the region. This would be the easiest location outside of the one we just searched. After this, if this area is unsuccessful, we'll go back to the drawing board and see if there's any other potential accident locations that could be related to her dementia. Well, we don't know, but right now we're focusing on this reservoir here. This is a reservoir right off the Mississippi River. So for those of you who are watching this, hey, they don't have life jackets on and this and that, we do have them readily available, which law requires them to be on the boat, and the average person usually has them tucked away in a department on the boat. However, we have them readily available as well as throwables right here. The bigger boat allows us a lot more stability. Plus today we have great weather, we're not rocky. This boat is a lot more stable and we're only going 2 miles per hour. That allows us to scan a lot better than we were going. You guys know that if you go too slow, you go too fast, you're not gonna get an accurate scan. So we are gonna be going a maximum of 2 to 2.5 knots here, right?
Yep, that's exactly right.
They're here, we're safe, the environment around us is really safe. Marianna, Arkansas, 20 degrees.
It's a tad bit chilly, that's for sure. But it's okay, it's worth it. It's worth it. Family needs answers. That's somebody's grandma or mother or sister out there. It's worth what we go through to try to help these families out. I don't think there's anything we haven't done. We've never stopped.
We're coming up on the boat ramp now. Right here is where we launched from. Directly underneath of us at the moment, it is 21 feet deep. Getting a really good reading of what's out here. Up, is that a car?
It is a car.
We have a car.
We do have a car.
We absolutely have a car.
Yep.
That definitely looks like a car.
Yep.
It's about 45 feet to the right.
Yep. Right here.
Wow.
Definitely.
That looks like a car. Let's get over it and
We definitely
get a
have
better
a car.
look at it.
We'll definitely get a better view at it. We're getting ready to go right over it. There it is. You're right. It showed up on my left.
Yep. You're right to the.
It's upside down. That's definitely a car. It's upside down, buddy.
Yeah, you can see the shadows from the wheels.
Yep.
Yep. We have a car right here, upside down, directly under us right now, 29 feet deep. We'll have to put the smaller boat in, get some good recordings of it. After scanning this, we come back to scan the boat ramp. We did find an object that we do believe is a vehicle. So what we're gonna do at the moment, we're gonna back the trailer, Jared's backing the trailer down now. We're gonna put our smaller boat in along with our sonar systems that we're a little bit more familiar with. We'll get some good recordings. If it is a vehicle, we'll put a magnet on it and we'll go from there. We're definitely gonna be diving on this target to see exactly what it is. Hopefully it's what we're looking for. We can bring some closure to Miss Hampton's family.
So I was talking to the park ranger that was just here. He's on his time off right now, but he's coming back down. He says that they don't know of any vehicles in here, and that the game warden doesn't know about it, Marine doesn't know about it, so nobody knows about this vehicle that's in here right now.
Yeah.
He says if
typical.
he says if they did, they would have taken it out.
Yeah. Right off this right side here, right off the right side of the ramp.
Yeah.
Straight out about 80 feet.
Okay.
29 feet of water. At least that's what we were working with in Jacob's boat.
You think it was about 90 feet off the ramp?
Yes, I would say about 80 or so. So right now it should be on your left about 20 feet or so.
All right, yep, I see it right there. Upside down, yep.
At one scan on his boat, it didn't look like a car, but when we were further out here, we got a really good shadow of the wheels. And I obviously I couldn't see live scope on his boat or here.
You have live right there?
No, I don't. It's not coming up. Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah, we're right over the top of it. Yep, there it is. All right, you want to mark it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me spin this back around to it. All right, I see your magnet. You are 5 feet from it. Oh, that's a beautiful shot of it right there. So it's off to the right just a little bit here.
Yep.
And in front of us. Let me go this way.
2.5 feet.
Yeah, see your magnet right there?
Yep, we should take me right. Yeah, I'm gonna lower it a little bit. We should be
Open into
right
it.
into it.
Make sure it's not off to the right. Yeah, it's still off to the right a little bit though. Let me spin us a little bit. See your magnet's at 22.
You see my magnet
Yep,
bouncing
there you go. Okay, drop straight down right there. Drop. Up. Yeah, you should be right at the edge of it right now.
Yep, I feel it. I'm on top of it. I got a good grip.
All right, solid lock. I think we know what we have. It's, you guys went out, we went out.
Odds are pretty good that this is going to be Annie, I would say.
Yeah, I mean it's in our prime location. What are you guys thinking?
I think that since the ranger didn't know that there was going to be a car in this location, you know, it's out of his suspect. He doesn't know it's there.
I just want to take a moment on what the boys were just talking about as far and Jared earlier touched on, you know, the park ranger themselves did not know there was a vehicle here, and if they did, they said they would definitely get it out. So that's a huge red flag to me that this is probably what we're looking for. But outside of that, what we have in these scenarios, and Jared's touched on in a lot of videos in the past, is boaters, fishermen, even rangers will set their boats in and they don't mess around in the boats area because they're not fishing here. They're going somewhere else. They're scanning somewhere else. But please, just take a moment when you put your boat in, put your scanning systems in the water, scan the boat ramps, because you never know. Like, look where this buoy is. Right in the middle of the boat ramp, there's a car out there. What this car could be, we don't know. But when there's a car underwater, there's no car underwater for a good reason. There could be somebody in it. It could be related to a missing persons case. So take the time, scan near the boat ramps, just a few minutes. You never know what you're gonna see, and it could be very helpful to a potential family who's missing a family member.
So as we go through this and we work to educate those that are looking to get into this, recoveries, especially with as cold as it is, this is not something that you just get in the water with, with no dry suit, no wetsuit, just skin diving. With us today, Doug's going to be using the dry suit. It's the O3, but in addition to that, he has some extreme thermals, like they're extra thick, but he also went with an additional layer of thermals underneath that as well. By doing so, Doug is actually going to be staying dry with inside of the dry suit, and so now think about this as snowmobiling, going out and just layering up underneath. So the more layers he puts underneath, the warmer he's going to be, regardless of the water temperature. And I think the water temperature, what we say, was 37 degrees today. So the water temperature is 37, just 3 degrees above freezing. It's almost frozen is what it is. But with Doug layered up like this, he's going to be able to stay nice and warm.
Visibility about 6 inches at this point. I am at the first wheel, and I am reading that this is a Pontiac. This is a Pontiac. It is gold in color. I repeat, it is gold in color. Both passenger side wheels intact. Both passenger side wheels are intact. Passenger windows are up. I'm up at the driver's side. Driver's side front wheel is intact. Driver's side window not open. It is closed. Driver's side rear window is closed. All 4 windows are closed. Driver's side rear wheel is intact. Give me a read on the license plate. We found Miss Annie. I repeat, we have found Miss Annie's vehicle. Oh my goodness. We have her plate in hand. We are going to begin our ascent topside. I'm completely confident in this rigging. Really good.
We have confirmation down below. Chief, we really want to say thank you for allowing us to come into your community. You know, we met first thing this morning. You had no idea we were coming in. It was kind of a wham bam, you know, adventure with purposes in town. You quickly learned about, you know, our services and who we are. And, you know, you guys were really great to work with. We appreciate you. Sometimes we come into this and it just becomes a turf war. It's just like, you know, who are you? Why are you in my community? But from the moment that you walked up, I mean, it was like, you know, sir, hey, Miss Annie's missing. You know, the entire community just wants answers as to where she's at. So
exactly. And we appreciate you all for coming. We've been hard at this for a while now, over 2 years, and we really appreciate it. Y'all just unexpected blessing for us.
Yeah.
Now the family will have closure, the city will have closure, and we can continue on with the investigation to find out more details as to what actually happened.
Yeah, yeah. One just never knows. You know, was it an accident? Was it, you know, dementia? Was it, you know, Miss Annie just said, you know, it's my time. Exactly. You know, that's where your investigation will go from here.
All of those scenarios.
Yeah.
And we will investigate them and find out what actually happened.
Yeah. We want to say thank you to you and your entire department. You know, it's because, you know, we do document this that we're able to spread awareness as to who we are, that the next family can find us. And whether it was the family that reached out to us or just somebody within your community, they said, hey, we know what Adventures with Purpose is capable of. Have you heard about Miss Annie? And that's why we're here today. So we just want to say, you know, if for those of you who have not subscribed, you know, please make sure you do so and spread awareness. That's why we're here today, you know, in Marianna, Arkansas. So
great people.
Yeah, sir.
Awesome job.
It's been great working with you guys. We're gonna head down the road. We have another unfortunate, you know, another female dementia, another senior citizen just to the north of here in Tennessee. We're heading to tonight. So.
Okay. Well, I know y'all will give them a completion as well.
Yeah. Well, you got my information. If you need anything from us, let us know.
Okay.
All right.
Sure will.
Sounds good.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
The Arkansas State Police telling NBC News they're, quote, conducting an investigation into the discovery of human remains earlier this week. They say the remains have not yet been identified. Lee tells us that authorities requested her DNA sample, but she hasn't gotten a timeline on when they'll confirm the identity of the remains.
Does this feel like closure to you?
It's closure from the standpoint of at least now we know where she is. But it's not closure as far as who did this to her and why.